Hello everyone, David here. About 20 years ago, my mum bought me this, the Line 6 Pod version 2, and it was totally revolutionary at the time. You could plug in your guitar, plug in a pair of headphones, and then hear what it would sound like as if you had gone through a very loud and very driven amp. It was cool. It was great for recording and practicing, and you could even use it in live situations as well. And then a couple of weeks ago, I bought myself this, the Line 6 HX Stomp, and it's basically today's version of the Pod. It's the same deal. You plug in your guitar, pair of headphones. It's more geared towards live play, and also you can plug it directly into your PC using the USB input. So it's sort of updated for today's modern musicians. But it got me thinking, how has amp simulation really changed in 20 years? Is it that much better, or does it just come in a different package nowadays? Let's put them side by side and play a song and see if we can spot the difference and see if we actually prefer the sound. Let's go. Okay, first of all, let's take a kind of well-known amp like the Marshall JCM 800, which is known as the Brit 2204 on the HX Stomp and Brit High Gain on the Pod 2.0, and just kind of see how they sound side by side, because it's a very well-known amp, and I want to see if the amp simulation has really changed in 20 years. Let's roll back on the volume a little bit and try out some crunch tones with the same amp. Okay, these sounds have all got quite a lot of distortion. Let's pare it down to a more clean amp and see if we can hear some of the more subtle differences. Okay, I'm now going to try US Deluxe Vibrato and Black Panel, which should be the same Fender Tweed Deluxe amp. So we should get some nice clean tones out of this. Okay, I sort of feel like we could be here all day really, just trying out the different amp sounds and comparing them, but what I really want to do is dial it into a sound that I love. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to find whichever sound I prefer from both of these, and we'll compare that to Amplitude as well. And my band, I'm the Manic Whale, we did a version of Toccata and Fugue, and Michael, the band leader, kindly gave me a version of that without any guitar in, so I can play along to it now and do a different mix, cutting between the different sounds. So have a listen and decide which sound do you prefer, and I'd like to know which one you do prefer in the comments. Okay, let's go. Okay, so what did you think? Did you prefer 2019's HX Stomp or 1999's Pod version 2? I prefer the HX Stomp. It does have a slightly more airy sound. It really sounds like the effects fill the room in a way that is more than just reverb. But having said that, the Pod really stands up well 20 years later. The actual output sounds are very similar, and I'd be hard-pressed to tell them apart. I think the Pod is great for casual practice and recording. It's less useful in a live situation because it doesn't have the foot switches on the top, so you have to keep kneeling down at a live gig, and that's less than ideal. And it does have an ever so slight delay between the note you play and the note you hear coming out of the device, which is, yeah, kind of fine for practice and even fine for recording because you can always shift something back in time. But in a live situation, it means you're always operating with that delay. But having said it, it's a very short delay, and I only just could tell under most circumstances. So, did you think either of these Line 6 products sounded better, or did you prefer the sound of Amplitude after all? Let me know in the comments section. Okay, if you found this video useful, please leave me a like down below, and you can help me out by subscribing to my channel as well. Okay, see you next time. By the way, I'm the Manic Whale are Michael Whiteman on lead vocals and bass guitar, myself on guitar, John Murphy on keyboards, and Ben Hartley on drums. If you want to hear more of our stuff, check out our own YouTube channel.